I know I ain't bugging. So
Fuck out of here with that. We ain't
I
bugging.
know I
he
know I'm
needs to
not
be
bugging.
dragged.
Right.
We clipping this and we added him. I don't care.
But moving on to the next topic. So this past night on Monday Night Raw, we saw the return of Lita, who has now been paired with Becky Lynch in pursuit of the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, which are in the possession of Damage Control. I wanted to know, how did you feel about the return of Lita to Monday Night Raw to possibly be the world, be a WWE Women's Tag Team Champion? And apparently, this is also supposed to be leading to, reportedly, allegedly, by rumors, that Trish Stratus can be coming back soon. And we could be seeing a 3-on-3 at Mania between Damage Control against Lita, Becky, and Trish. How do you feel about Lita being back, Trish potentially coming back, and this potential women's tag team title match? How do you feel about that?
Well, let me answer consecutively. For start off with Lita, I'll never complain about a Lita return. I don't care how many times she returns because I always felt like growing up, the yeah, well, when you look back at it, they always try to say Trish and Lita, Trish and Lita, Trish and Lita, but it was clear as day that it was Trish then Lita. You feel me? And no shade at Trish. I love me some Trish. I love Trish, and if it weren't for Trish and Lita, like I wouldn't be watching pro wrestling. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to like Lita, I feel like she always got like the redheaded stepchild treatment. You know, I felt like when it comes to her, they downplay a lot of what she did, and I'll never forgive WWE for the way they made her go out with her retirement speech by basically making you remember that she was a whore.
Mm.
Meanwhile, like Trish came out as being a sex symbol, and there was a point where she was on all fours, barking like a dog. Um, no shade, but I'm just saying, like, you had my girl go out as a whore because of one decision that she made behind the scenes and whatnot. That did not have to be brought to the front. Or if you're gonna bring it to the front and make it part of her character, don't make that like, the embodiment of her for her career, because Lita's much more than that. And she's a wonderful person. I never personally met Lita, but I know many people that met Lita and have nothing but amazing things to say about her. She's a wonderful and dear spirit. And I feel like it's a good thing that they're having her return as much as possible now. Even, yeah, while she's older, she still got it in her. Obviously things are going to slow down, stuff like that, but she still got it in her. And I like that they're rewriting that and they're giving her like more depth, because she does. There's so much more to her that doesn't get referenced. So this is great, and I'm pretty sure that the women are proud to work with Lita. They're honored to work with her. I would be geeked. And then as far as the subject of you talking about them having the opportunity to fight for the belt, I feel like they're listening to Twitter or something like that, because everyone has been talking since the inception of these tag team title belts. Everyone has been saying like Lay Cool or Trish and Lita need to have these belts because they're the ones that were the first women of any sorts to actually be a real duo. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they need to be in the conversation. So I love that. I think that's exciting. And considering that right now, as far as the women divisions go, um, it's the weak. It's kind of weak right now. It's not that the females that they have aren't talented, but it is missing the star power without Naomi and Sasha. Like they're not. Maybe Naomi is coming back, but Sasha ain't coming back no time soon. And they were holding down them belts. And because you don't have people that have that power like Sasha and Naomi there, and they don't have true tag teams when it comes to the females, they're all makeshift tag teams. Damage Control is suffering at the moment. They're suffering because they have nothing to work with. You know what I mean? A functional tag team division would kind of look like what it looked like at NXT with the male division. Like back in 1.0 I'm talking about. That's what it should look like. And it's not that Damage Control is bad. They're a great team, great concept. They have nothing to work with, got nothing to work with, nothing to bounce off of. They suffer. So I think this is an excellent move to bring back Trish and Lita, but to not just make it a cliche where it's just, all right, let's bring back a legend and they're going to lose the belts anyways or whatever. No, you're tying them together with Becky Lynch. So it does give Becky a rub. It gives everyone else in that whole division a rub. It's gonna be the closest thing I get to see of a Bailey versus Lita, which I've been itching for. I've been itching for a Lita versus Bailey. Okay, and if this is what I gotta do to have this happen with this version of Bailey, not the ponytail Bailey, but this version of Bailey, god damn it, I'm gonna take it. God fucking damn it. So I think it's gonna be super fun. It's gonna be interesting to see Trish and Lito like work together again, although we did recently see that with Evolution. I'm expecting it to be fun. It goes with the theme of WrestleMania Hollywood. I love all the surprises so far. I'm expecting many more. I don't see how they could really lose with this. Now, my question is like, do you think that since Lita's very comfortable at wrestling, I mean, we just saw her not too long ago have a match with Becky. It was
Yeah.
either last year or in 2021. She had tossed it up with Becky or whatever. Like, do we expect that they may take the belts and then drop them, or do you just think solely they're just going to give the belts over to Damage Control and just have that moment? Trish goes back to Canada and West Bevel fuck, and then Lita goes back into the mountains. What do you think with that?
First of all, don't disrespect Canada like that. Nah, I want to visit. I high key, low key want to visit Toronto. So, but
That's
so
because
the
of
funny
Drake.
part is
Go on.
about it is no. Well, yeah, but no. But but
Exactly. I gotcha.
I think the match being proposed right now is Becky and Lita for the tag titles and build up for the feud, which I would be interested in. I would also love to see Trish and Lita mix it up with Damage Control. And then if that 3-on-3 at Mania would just be super fire of Becky, Lita, and Trish versus
There's
Damage
no one
Control.
else to be the third person.
What for what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, there's no
Becky.
other like third person.
Yeah, there's no other. There can be no other third person, and I think that that's going to make a world of the difference. And I love the possibilities that come with this. Obviously, you're probably going to have a Bailey Lita face off. Obviously, you're going to have a Bailey Trish face off somewhere down the line of either promos or in the ring. In either way, I think it would be super duper dope. I think this is just going to be a great feud. It's a great way of elevating Damage Control to be in the ring with these amazing women. Like that's the first thing that came to mind was, yeah, we can get a Trish and Lita tag team title run, but Io Sky and Dakota getting in the ring with Trish and Lita, this wouldn't have happened a couple years ago. I don't think. And I think this is great for them. This is going to raise their stock more than anything. I do believe that Trish and Lita can win those tag titles. Um, However, I think that they would be more interested in whichever scenario or situation that is going to raise the stock of Damage Control. Because if Damage Control wins, then the women's division wins, right? Like if you are doing things to add credibility to the women's division, then you're going to do things that are going to strengthen the women's division. You know what I mean? Realistically, you know what I mean? I don't know what, if Lita has a family. I know that Trish does have
No, she
has a
doesn't.
family, and I know that she's probably not interested in a full-time return to the road per se. So I feel like they're gonna come in, maybe they'll hold the titles for a little bit, but I think that their priority is just raising the credibility of Damage Control and putting them over. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like Dakota's on the rise. I feel like EO is on the rise. And either way, I'm just really, really excited for what can come of this. And because I love Damage Control. I love what Bailey's done, and I love any legend who can come back that can add value. And Elite Lita adds value. Trish Stratus adds value. And both of them are in incredible shape. Like let's do it. Like I'm super here for it, and I'm very, very excited for it. But I want to know how y'all feel about Damage Control versus uh, Trish, Becky, and Lita. And we're gonna be moving on to our last topic of the